Well, there's a lot of irony that I'm defending now the chief prosecutor. Well, then again, I already defended the high prosecutor, not the, I'm sorry, that was stupid. And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. This is your host, the FJ406. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
I believe in you, sis.
Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. This guy, you remind me a lot of Mia, but there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. You still want me to lose. The first trial without a Faye helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. Damn, I miss Mia. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
Oh, right. I do have a scientific investigator. Will she be more or less helpful, though? She is kind of studying to go into law, but I don't know. Her scientific mind seems very iffy. Well, we'll see how it goes. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lotus Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. I wonder. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Probably the same has gone for him, I would think. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path that I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lotus Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
Don't. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Right. A professional witness, you mean? You say? Huh. Haven't I seen her somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Ho-ho! Caviar! I've never eaten caviar before! The judge is really wolfing it down.
Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession?
Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought that caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now!
Me? The name's Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I'm a professional.
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Star's a detective?
Uh-huh! I know who you are!
Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
But very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here.
Oh, wow, this person.
The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? Probably.
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out.
I see.
Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
Who was valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
I see. Aha. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? Why do you want to ruin me so badly? Oh, woman. Oh, God. I knew I couldn't trust her.
Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
Was it?
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Oh, wow. Bring the lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about it.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Oh, God damn it! Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Really, Emma? Are you kidding me? Get your references out of here. That was very unnecessary.
Hold it!
Whatever. Let's start pressing. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence as their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I'd found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. I'll keep a note of that. Okay.
Hold it!
I want to hear about the actual incident. By Garrett's car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed, it was. Oh, man. More rumors are spreading. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you were sure was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Thanks. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me.
I'd rather not.
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could try plagiarism? Maybe. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
Oh God, a photo. A photograph. You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I showed it to you, a prosecutor? Think again.
Damn bitch.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Damn it! Why? Does she have to get caught doing everything? Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Let's just dig deeper, then. She prosecutor is holding a knife in her right hand. I wonder about that. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
The hell? You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps the chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor?
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? What then?
Hold it!
She thrust it into the chest, huh? Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise a knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, The chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Mr. testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that.
Sorry. Again with your movie references. I like my Monty Python too, but come on. You can't be. Ah, I didn't mean to press it again. Yeah, I like Monty Python Holy Grail as much as anybody, but you don't have to quote that constantly in the middle of the courtroom. Jesus. Well, she's not holding a knife in this photo, so let's go with this to start. And you witnessed this? You saw this guy stab the victim with the knife?
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure this is a fine lunch. God damn it, Judge. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Why is this guy not holding a knife? Ahem! What? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This is taken the moment after the stabbing.
Objection!
But what the hell? And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
But it's a black and white photograph. Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Damn it!
Mr. Wright, you just going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
Ah, you've got a better idea. Fine, I'll raise an objection. Why not? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
Really? That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! No! Premeditated? How do you know that? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Whoa! Are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Whoa! Damn it! Why did you have to be so good at this? This planned murder thing. These gloves do seem to tell premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, as your testimony. That is important. Hold it!
The murder was planned. The gloves prove it, you say? What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? No! The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make.
You say that?
Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Ah! Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She got him thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
Could you stop saying that? You're not helping my confidence here. Damn it, Emma. Although, the fact the knife was found in Edgeworth's car really makes me wonder. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. Oh, God. What's in this case? The bloody murder weapon? A red car? All belonging to the prosecutor there?
The defendant is the chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mommy, our prosecutors bad people.
God damn it, shut the hell up! The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Oh!
The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, If you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon! War! Yeah, that's a pretty hard thing to forget for a murder. Order! 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 Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Me too, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Not if we have bad chores to deal with. Right. I believe the next lunch we'll be eating is humble pie. Oh, God. What? Are you working for her now? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, honest guy, murdered a detective with a knife. And that's all that matters, huh? That is the only thing that the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear her testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now? We just caught you making a bad assumption. You should try again. And this time, don't be a bitch about it.
Moska intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Jesus. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I order the pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Don't give him any ideas, Emma. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Seriously, you're not helping me at all. You're just criticizing me, Emma. Help! Actually, help!
Moska intended to murder Detective Goodman.
So you say. But why do you think that? You said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she was about to tell. Try to not interrupt her again.
Rookie.
Damn it, what?
Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Something's half-baked here, all right, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
I'm not quick on my feet. Screw you. Screw you. Whatever, let me just go over details. What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't. That's because you didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See? We agree that there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good at metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple.
Is it now? Oh yeah, the constant plunging of the knife. A human machine? That's a contradiction! God damn it, that was stupid. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright?
Note to self. Mr. Andrew's sighs smell like citrus fruit.
You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly?
We often say chop to 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done?
How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that? This is a murder case, people!
Mr. Wright, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know.
Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
Short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder. Wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Gee, you're really not good at the scientific stuff, are you, if you're questioning something like that? Anyway, we look at the autopsy report. Look through it. It says there was a single stab wound found. So her saying that it was plunged in again and again, extremely unlikely the same spot. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really!
What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks. Oh, that was creepy.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify! Yeah, please do.
The red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Really? Her red muffler?
Yeah, it's like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck, so she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose.
Jesus! She's right, though. Miss Sky was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
That makes sense. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There is only one knife wound. Apparently Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance!
Chance for what, I wonder? Sounds like it's time to dig in for a contradiction. So, the muffler, huh? But where's the muffler on her here? You can't really tell anything looks bad from this picture. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation!
Objection!
Oh, come on! The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Damn!
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Damn, what a burn.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really?
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. True, Ezra's just shaking off unnecessary baggage from this testimony. But it still fits his claim.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
Of course it is. You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No, thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
God damn it.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr!
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Kicked over an oil drum. I'll keep that in mind. Still, I gotta see if she's really lying. She's been lying before, so there's definitely more to this. Let's keep looking into it. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was one there. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her. Restaurant. I don't know. She mentioned the muffler, huh? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky!
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean... Let's keep going. By phone, you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon, heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
Chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You shall, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Thank you for that, by the way.
I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead.
Hold it!
Okay. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing!
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies.
Please do. So you say you were over there, huh?
The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim, ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order.
Huh, that's weird.
So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket.
And then you climbed the fence and ran over to her.
And during
that time, you climbed over the chain link fence?
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, something about that. Because if you look at the floor plan, that's saying that she'd be able to see through a wall. The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Really? Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. I must be on the wrong track. Right. I gotta see something.
Objection!
What the fuck? What am I getting wrong here? Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow. It clearly contradicts the, I thought. Nope. You don't sound very convinced, Mr. Wright. Objection overruled. I don't think that won me any points to the judge. Damn it. But I should have... Look. Hang on a sec. So Miss Guy tried to run?
So my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But you didn't do it. You have to believe me.
I believe it for now.
Hold it!
Let me look at this again. So partition's there. And we went over that. Let me try to press a little more.
Hold it!
Let me get to this. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details? How far away was she when she witnessed the murder? I guess I could just look in the picture to find out. Very well, you may continue with your testimony. Oh, crap, I'm about to actually... Damn it.
Hold it!
Let me try that again. I had a feeling I was missing something. It was probably this detail. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Oh, I had to go through this explanation. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So, you witnessed the murder from here? Now we're making about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
Well, there's a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The call of a queen, lunch lady, athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
True. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did this guy knock it away? That seems odd. Maybe now's the time.
Objection!
Damn, going over pressing certain pieces of testimony helps out, too. Damn. Miss Starr, I had to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection!
Oh, come on, dude! The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Yeah, I said that ugly. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Ew. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were a B-block, you couldn't have seen it! What? What? I need to get better at that. Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... She probably did see it in the way it happened, but... the location, my bad. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. Well, distance can change too. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless, Miss Starr, to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
Objection!
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Objection!
Oh, yeah? Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it! Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was this witness when she saw the crime? All testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was... here! Didn't she say she had a boyfriend in the security room?
Take that!
That gives her a reason to be in there, so I'll go with that. This is the only place where she could have been! The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are any other places where she could have seen the phone. Not exactly. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, could park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony, you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned.
Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star.
I finally got somebody. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She not just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
Objection!
You think so? It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, what do we know?
Okay. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? The angle of view of the crime wouldn't really mean much. The difference in lighting doesn't mean shit other than the difference in what she saw. Although, she did say she apprehended. Maybe the distance is different. It changed the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
Oh, what? My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans, it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection!
Screw you! What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Ah! Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness?
You.
Yes? Oh,
You are the squid wheels, right?
the quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jammed my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend. Thanks, Judge.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station.
I see. And she tried to go down.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Ah, so she had to go the long way. Oh. Jeez.
That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
That's quite a detour. Definitely.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
For 5 minutes? That's a big deal. This is considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Stop getting sidetracked, Judge.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Probably.
Objection!
Let's go for it. Why not? 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente.
I got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
No, don't sidetrack me with your lunches. 5 minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Well, hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. That's fine, but you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. This guy dawned the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable! Yeah! Good, I got her again. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Finally. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it! Screw that can shut, Mr. Wright!
That was too close. Oh. I'm afraid that the call for Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Yeah, bang that gavel, get it. Oh, God, now what? Oh, dear.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me! I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? Jesus! Dick?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple decker! God damn it, Judge! Of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the lunch lady motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? God! You're bribing the judge with food. Shouldn't this be illegal? It's food. I guess it's not that big a deal. She is a lunch lady, technically.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Your shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
So you say. What? There was blood found in that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Damn you, bitch!
Objection!
Concealing evidence! Witness, what is the meaning of this? Why is this the first I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
Jesus. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know that the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty solid. I have no idea.
You gotta at least study some evidence law, really?
Sorry, didn't think I would need to.
Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another claim against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Damn it, she really wants Lost Guy put away.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Hang on a second. Before I do that, let me look at this. The shoe looks interesting, but... Huh! Look at that.
There's blood here too!
On the sole of the shoe? It's gotta be the victim's.
He must have stamped it upon his own blood! All this blood! It's horrible!
This blood might be an important clue. I'll keep that in mind. Either way, let's go to cross-examining her. There's blood on the sole of the shoe. I wonder what that could be used for. We'll find out, won't we? Well, let's see. You did not bring up the shoe at all. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime?
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen.
I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
So let's see.
Hold
I
it!
better look at the blood types. So, you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need to prove. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
But she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
One was his and the other was Miss Alana Sky's, huh? You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with the blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie. Well, speak up!
Blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types of all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties you directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. So he got the blood tested, huh? And he says it's decisive evidence. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? There has to be, right? There has to be. That's why it's here. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
So you say.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Gladly. Something I found earlier.
Take that!
It'd be that blood. Right there. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Jeez.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? I wonder. I mean... There didn't look like there was any blood spill there, so...
Take that!
Yeah. The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. This contradicts her claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Okay. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. There really weren't any bloody floors at all.
Order! 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 Well, witness?
What? We're going, Mr. Wright, but it's true the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. Then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh,
That's true, there has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just gonna find contradictions.
What?
I'm not a scientist like you. Oh, god damn it, Edgeworth. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. We were? But she slipped. There's one vital hit to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr!
Yeah, about the oil drum? I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding! Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness! Well, was this oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. You want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha! You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason, and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. What? Damn it! Why is she so good at covering up evidence? Damn prosecutors.
That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tire are quite clear to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
Yeah, see, she agrees with me. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Yeah, didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? Yeah, there was that.
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason for a longest quarrel.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it.
What?
Enough. There's no need for further debate. This verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side! She could have been lying about the water!
True that.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Oh! I wonder. Oh, Emma, what have you done?
Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are! You're saying my sister had evidence by reason of the bloody footprints! Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence!
Wait! Witness, don't tell me you have something else!
Objection!
Jesus Christ! The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough up, Queen! Look at this!
Whoa! Oh, shit.
A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
But Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt of this photo!
Hey, it's clearly wet! So she wasn't lying.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Why are prosecutors always such assholes? All of them. I'm sorry, Mia. I can't do anything now.
Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
I'm hearing Mia's voice again.
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not till the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence. That it is.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
You should do that, Judge.
Objection!
After you listen to me, asshole.
Your Honor,
Wait!
what is with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph.
There's something hanging out of the tailpipe here.
Take that!
That's something to go on for now. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
What's this about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Your Honor?
You just said muffler.
Yeah?
However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
God damn it. A muffler is also a part of on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe.
I see, and I see.
Now look at it.
What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Not so fast, bitch. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
I remember something. The word muffler was overheard on the phone.
Take that!
Let's try that. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Ah, it had multiple meanings.
Muffler!
Ah! Ah! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! Nice. Unraveled her mysterious testimony.
Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Woo! That was close. But we made it. At least for now. Oh,
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess.
30 minutes.
It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? You've been eating your fill, man. Oh, by the way, this is something you'll see in later Phoenix Wright games. Trials can be split into multiple parts as well. And this is one of them. Because, oh boy. Like I said, these trials get long. This is the longest trial I had other than the very last one. And still, Jesus. Either way, I'll end the episode here. Come back next time for the next part of this trial, where we'll hopefully get more answers to what we need, like with that cloth and the muffler. And exactly what the hell Lana Sky was up to down there to begin with. Why do all my freaking clients have to be so suspicious? Then again, that's probably why they got suspected of murder to begin with.